Here you can see, folks, I am in my billing dashboard of one of my accounts, and you can see here there is a monthly bill of close to about $3,000 there. So the first thing that I can quickly recognize from this is my RDS cost is close to about $1,000, and my workspace is an Elasticsearch and EC2 charges. So Amazon gives you a quick split up of all the charges that you are. We will go ahead and drill down each one of them, but before that, if you want to have a quick forecast, Amazon has a very good forecasting algorithm which shows you that the last 2 months I'm averaging about 3,000 plus, and then in this month I'll be going all the way to 3.5k. So it gives me a very good indication of where my costs are today and where my costs are going to be in the future. So if I go up and if I go ahead and click on this build details here, it will take me to a page where all the costs are broken down even further so that I can see what is the individual cost for all these resources. Say for example here, if I go narrow down here and I go to Elasticsearch, you can see here I have an Elasticsearch domain that is running in Ireland region, and it is costing me about $423 there. So if I go ahead and see, there is an M4 large Elasticsearch instance running. Similarly, if I go to my Elastic Compute, that is EC2, you can see here there are some resources in Frankfurt and there are some resources in Ireland, and I have all these different types of resources that are running, and some of them are running under Windows reserved instances, or some of them are not running under reserved instances. All those breakup of all those individual cost is shown here. So basically what you need to do is take this data and see whether these instances really need to be in your account. Are some of them started and some of them are no longer utilized, and all those kind of things you can do and find out whether you should really be running these instances and these costs should be continuously incurred or not. Likewise, you also have a small breakup of storage here, that is EBS volume storage here. You can see here close to about half a terabyte of space being utilized. I mean, the storage is being utilized, and I've been charged for almost close to $50 there. So the other major item that is costing me a lot of money is RDS instances. Let us go ahead and find out where the databases are here. So here, if I go here and see, I have something called as the MySQL Community Edition, and then the Microsoft SQL Server Standard Edition also is there. Both of them are running in my account, and then there is some charges associated with it. And if I go ahead and look at other costs, they are not as much as these main items. But how do I optimize these costs? This is I know that these resources are being the ones that are the most amount of charges are there. How do I optimize them? So if I go back to my billing dashboard itself, we have an option of doing that. Let me just go back to the billing dashboard. So we are back at the dashboard, and you see the option called as a Cost Explorer here. If you go ahead and click on the Cost Explorer, it is going to take you to a page where you can visualize some of the charges that you are incurring in your account. So this is a quick visualization of the daily cost that is not blended with other discounts and other things. So what we can do is go ahead, click on this Explore option, and then go ahead and click on Cost and Usage. We'll see all the other options slowly. You can see here the cost has been slowly building up in my account from June, July, and August, and you can see here it is slowly increasing in October and November. So if I want to see what type of instances are running in my account, I just go ahead and click on the instance type, and it breaks the cost into the different instances that are incurring money here. As you can see, the DB R4X large is the biggest consumer of the bill amount in my account, and also there are other charges, like for example there is taxes are there and other things. So we also can do one more thing. As of now, if you go ahead and choose the purchase option, it will shows that all the resources at this moment in my account are running on an on-demand instances. There are no reserved instances, there are no spot instances. So that is the next thing that we are going to look at, how to optimize my cost by using these different purchase options also. And another interesting thing that that comes up here is if you are in a company where you want to focus, whether you're running a lot of Windows machines or Linux machines, or you want to see how much is your overall cost for across platforms, you go ahead and choose this option called as a platform, and it gives Amazon tries to make up the best judgment here and says these are all the Windows related costs, and these are all the non-platform related costs, and these are the Linux related costs. Likewise, you also have a database engine to see how your different database engines are costing you money. For example, there's an SQL server, and then there's a MySQL server. That, let us say there is an Aurora or Oracle. Then you can find out how your different databases are costing you money and optimize them. So Amazon takes all these reports, and then if you have reserved instances, you will have reservation utilization data shown here. But as I said earlier, this account doesn't have any reservation. So how do you go ahead and do the reservation? You see that there are 10 or 20 instances running, but you want to make a best decision saying, let us go ahead and reserve A, B, C instances. So to help us with that decision making, also Amazon has given a reservation summary here. If I go ahead and click on that, it gives me a big list of summary saying in EC2 I can have a cost savings of $33, and for RDS I can have a cost saving of about $410. Likewise, Elasticsearch I can have this. So I can go ahead and click on them to find out, but instead of navigating from there, you can go to the recommendation section to investigate each of them individually here. So on the right hand side you see a select a service. Right now it is on EC2, and Amazon is recommending saying I need to buy one M5 large instance and then one M4 large instance, so that I have total savings of about close to $403. But if you notice, there are 3 or 4 options that you can, based on this, you can customize it. Say for example, instead of, you know that this resource is going to be run for more than 1 year or 3 years, then you can go ahead and confidently say I want to reserve this instance for 3 years. Then you will see the amount highlighted there that's going to change. Now let us go ahead and click on that. You can see it has almost doubled there. From $400 I'm going to save close to $818. And likewise, Amazon offers 2 different types of reserved instances, standard and convertible. If you buy convertible, then you can move from T2 to T4 medium or M4 or C, or you can move in between the compute groups that Amazon offers. So by choosing that, you will be trading off a little bit of savings, but you will have more flexibility. So if I choose this, my savings is going to come down, but I have much more flexibility in reserving my instances now. And likewise, if you don't want to pay all the money upfront to Amazon, you can go ahead and say I'm going to choose some partial upfront. So you can customize these options and find out what is the ideal amount that you are willing to spend and the ideal amount that you are willing to save by doing all these exercises. So likewise, it also, if you go to my Elasticsearch, it is going to give me a recommendation for about $2,000 per annual savings. So all of this data is there in your account. You can go ahead and configure them anytime and find out what is your recommendations. Are you using the best usage of all the resources Amazon is providing to minimize your cost? And one thing you might have noticed it in my billing account is EDP discounts. Let me just go ahead and quickly show that. So here, if you see in my billing details, I find some entries called EDP discounts. These are nothing but enterprise discount program that Amazon offers. In other words, there is a volume discount that is available in your account. If the more you consume, Amazon looks at your account and gives you a discount depending upon the usage. So they have also written a documentation on this. I highly recommend that you should go ahead and visit this. I will add the documentation URL in my description of this video down below where you are watching it. So basically what happens is, if you have an account for a HR department and an account for a finance department, you can combine the bill of these 2 departments to get a discount. So here is a simple example of Bob and Susan having different usages, and combine their usage, then you hit a higher limit of tier 2 and you get more discounts at a tier 2 level. So this is something you can leverage in your organization as well to reduce your cost. So go ahead and talk to your account managers or your support contacts to see how you can set it up in your account. If you have not utilized the organization setup of AWS, I would strongly recommend you to go ahead and check out my video on how to set up your organizations and how to link up all your accounts so that you can leverage all these cost benefits that Amazon offers. I hope this helped you to reduce your cost or manage your account more efficiently. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section down below. If you like them, give a thumbs up. I would highly recommend you to go ahead and give your feedback in the sections below. Thanks for watching. Happy learning.